Friends, whenever God incarnates, He comes with many objectives. You may have already heard that God incarnates to restore dharma and eliminate anything that does not conform to dharma. I am adding one more or the third objective on my behalf. What am I saying? God incarnates to brighten up the fortune of the lucky ones who joined hands with God. Bless dedicated people and devotees. Make them advance by leaps and bounds and make them indelibly famous in history. Those who manage to recognize and seize these opportune moments would truly become blessed. Pandit Shriram Sharma Acharya. बुक टाइटल युग के देवता की अपील अनसुनी ना करें. Do not ignore the appeal of the divine authority of the era. Book Introduction. A person may come by some good fortunes in their life, making them feel blessed forever. Such good fortunes come not so often but occasionally. The most significant good fortune for any person would be that they manage to recognize and seize the opportune moment well. The world is passing through the rare historical moments of radical change, which can become opportune moments for anyone who could appreciate it and come forward to contribute their time, talents, and effort. Through this, his prophetic vision, the author has emphasized in this keynote speech the great importance of the current time, its contemporaneous demands, and what people can do to fulfill them, which would turn their life into a rare good fortune. We are living in such a historic time of change that would not repeat in anyone's lifetime. The author walks us through some similar historical moments of the past to give a glimpse of some ordinary people who appreciated the great importance of their contemporary time and found the courage to join forces with the incarnations and great leading fights of the time, contributing their trivial capabilities, and as a result became historically famous and great people. For example, Hanuman, Kevat the boatman, Shabri, Nal, Neel, monkeys, bears, and the little squirrel of Ramayana, the freedom fighters of Mahatma Gandhi, etc. We live in the historical moments when Pragyavatar, the current incarnation of God, has come begging for help, which occasionally happens. But when it does happen, it is also a rare opportunity of good fortune knocking on the door and would embrace any lucky one who braves to become companions and co-workers of the incarnation. The author gives his testimony about how joining hands with the divine plan greatly benefited him and invites everyone to join in to be on the wave's crest. This book will tell you all about the current incarnation, its mission, and what to do to contribute to its cause and in turn reward immensely. Few excerpts from the book. Friends, men do have their own personal needs. I'm not saying they don't have any requirements, but occasionally God too needs the help of people. Not so often, but occasionally. Those who could recognize those rare occasional moments and opportunities at the right time and come forward to help God would become blessed the same way as the squirrel, Kevat the boatman, Shabri, bears, and monkeys of Ramayana became blessed. Sometimes God begs from others. Man always keeps begging from God, but God sometimes begs from people. And whenever God begs from people and someone comes forward to give him something, they would indeed be handsomely rewarded, as Rabindranath Tagore had said in his poem. From time to time, God begs for help from people, and whoever recognizes that opportune time and occasion and lends a helping hand to God would be blessed in abundance. You regrettably don't recognize this opportune moment. You don't even know that God would also sometimes beg for help from others. You must realize that in the current moments in which I have called you here, the world is changing strangely. Can't you see the 24th incarnation of God coming forth? The world getting transformed and the way it is becoming radically reformed and reshaped. Friends, the world is changing in two ways these days. Who is changing it? The God's incarnation of the 20th century, whom we call Pragyavatar. Man's intellect is awful. It has got the whole world into a terrible mess. Man's intellect has tormented the world. A novel intellect, Mahapragya of the grand wisdom, is emerging all around to cleanse away the aforesaid man's fierce intellect. The 24th incarnation is coming forth as Pragya or pure wisdom. The era is changing tremendously. Who is changing it? God is changing it. Whenever God had incarnated, the devotees too got a chance to shine their good fortune. If you can join hands with the incarnation, walk shoulder to shoulder with him, follow his footsteps and share their burden, I would assure you that you will become known as a glorious person. You will become fortunate so much that it will be of tremendous help to you. What is Pragyavatar demanding? The Pragyavatar has required that we cleanse people's mind and their thoughts. This is what is known as Pragya or the grand wisdom. People's brains and intellect have developed to become razor sharp. Intelligent people have deceived the world. They are the ones to blame for the current plight of the world. That is why a wave has set in to cleanse people's mind with sharp brains and change the way of thinking all over the world. That wave is known as Pragya Avatar. We have developed a plan to make each and every educated person read Yug Sahitya, that is the literature published by Yug Nirman Yojana, every day at no cost. You convey my words, my agony, my sparks to educated people. Do not say to people that Guruji is a great spiritually accomplished person, a great saint and bestows boons to everyone. Instead, it would help if you said that Guruji has fire within which gushes out and his eyes shoot out flames of fire. This is the introduction of Guruji you should convey to others, not that of a spiritually accomplished person. I have started writing Yug Sahitya, the literature of the era, to run Vichar Kranti Abhiyan or the Thought Revolution movement and have compelled every person to study it meticulously. You should read my thoughts conveyed in writing as Yug Sahitya literature under the auspices of Pragya Abhiyan, the campaign of disseminating wisdom and propagate them among other people. Friends, let people read my thoughts. The person who reads my thoughts will be my true disciple. My thoughts are sharp and penetrating. All my powers are embodied in my thoughts. I claim to transform the world solely based on my powerful thoughts and not that of spiritual accomplishments. You help me spread these thoughts. If you give me something at all, you sow seeds in my soil. I can assure you that my soul would never devour them. I will make them grow 1,000 times and give them back to you to make you feel exalted. You give me something and see for yourself. Don't you want to share? You should give. Give your efforts, time and sentiment. This is an appeal of Pragyavatar, the incarnation of cosmic wisdom. This is an appeal of Yug Devta, the divinity of the era. This is an appeal of Mahakal, the time spirit. Few topics covered in the book are the great significance of opportune moments, the incarnations and their mission, the companions of incarnations, The great moments of change, God is yelling for help, joining forces with the current incarnation. Thought revolutionary movement.